Hi guys, I just wanted to talk to you real quick about something that's just been really on my heart today, and I just wanted to share it with you. This weekend at church, Pastor Willie preached, and he was talking about basically how before we can go out and evangelize, that we need to make sure that we have peace in our home, and just to make sure that we're taking care of our family. And he said a few things that really stuck out to me. He was talking about how if we that most of the time that when we're angry we take it out on the people that we love the most, and that really registered with me. That is something that I do. I wish that it wasn't something that I did, but usually when I get stressed out, it goes to the people that I love the most, especially my husband and my sister, my mom, stuff like that. Just get really stressed out, and it just seems like they're the first ones that get the brunt of it, and or my kids, honestly. Um, and so that just really stuck out to me. And he said the reason why we do that is because we haven't learned to cast our care. And I was just like, wow, okay, so that's it. And so 1 Peter 5:7 says, casting all your cares, all your anxieties, all your worries, and all your concerns once and for all on him, for he cares about you with deepest affection and watches over you very carefully. Now that's the amplified version. I usually read out of the NLT, but that just went into so detail. I really enjoyed it. But God just kind of gave me a visual of what I've been doing with my cares, and I just thought maybe this might be you too, and so maybe this would help. So obviously back in the day there was a lot of fishermen. So Jesus talked about casting, which is like what you do when you are trying to fish, right? So you throw it out, you cast your rod and reel. I don't know if I'm getting all this terminology right, so just bear with me. But anyway, so I've been casting my burden, right? And I'm like, okay, God, I trust you. I trust that you're going to find us that perfect house. And then I'm like, then I start thinking, and then I start just reeling it back in. And I'm like, then I just started getting all these anxieties, and I get frustrated, and I take it out on my husband. And it's because I've cast my burden, but then I've reeled it back in. And so then today I was just like, okay, what does it really mean to cast? And so I looked at synonyms to what it means. Synonyms for casting is throw, toss, fling, pitch, hurl. Okay. Also, the definition of cast means throw something forcefully. And then I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm not much of a fisherman. So then God just showed me this is what you need to be doing. It's like you have a softball in your hand, right? And this is your burden, and you need to throw it as hard, as long, and as fast as you can. You need to throw that burden, and it needs to be so far that you cannot pick it up. And so that's the thing. That's what it means to cast. It doesn't mean that you keep it in arm's length so that you can bring it back and worry about it. To cast means to actually throw it as hard and as fast as you can and far away, so that you can really cast that burden onto God and really give that to him and really surrender that to him. Because that's when we start really casting, when we start really giving God our burdens and really submitting them to him, that's when our house is full of peace. That's when we don't take it out on our kids and our husband and things like that. And that was just really powerful to me. That's something that I know that I'm going to be working on, is truly casting my care, and not just saying I cast 1 minute and then 10 minutes later be worrying about it again, because that's not truly casting my care. That's just saying I cast it, but I'm not really, because I keep reeling it back in. And so to cast means to actually throw forcefully. So get that burden off your shoulder, guys, and throw it forcefully and give it to God, because honestly, we're dumb if we think that we can handle it. No offense, guys, but none of us are smarter than God, and he has it in his hands. And I'm preaching to myself in this, because I know so many times I try to come up with so many different scenarios and how I'm going to fix things and things like that. And it's just like, Megan, just stop. You're not going to figure this out better than God will. And so I hope this is encouraging to you. If it is, comment below and just be like, I'm right there with your girlfriend, or whatever you want to say. I know that it's encouraged me. God's word is just so good, guys. It's just what we need. It's just every time that I think I know it all, or you know, he teaches me something new. And I actually heard something from Pastor Levi Lusko, which was really awesome. He was talking about how the Bible is alive and active, and a lot of people think that since they read a verse, that you know that you can't read it again because you're just going to think the same things. But he was talking about the progression of life and how in different times you're in different seasons. And so I've read this verse so many times, guys. I can't tell you how many times, but it was different for me this time because I'm different than I used to be. And so it was just so cool. So don't be afraid to dig into his word, because it is alive and active for each and every situation that you're in. So even if you come back to something, you can have a fresh revelation and it's the same word that you read 4 years ago, because God is just good like that. So just read his word. It's incredible. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Thanks for listening.